Hello and welcome to 2015, another fantastic year for music. New format again today. Seems to be working all right so far. So the first 30 minutes or so, we're going to do songs requested in the general chat. So go ahead and start making your requests. Only have time to get to about 4 of them, but so make them good. Tell me something about the song, maybe, to inspire me to pick it, sell it. And then the last 90 minutes or so will be for the super chats. 5 minutes max per song. I will play one song, no more than one song per artist. La 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 la. Song name and track title, please. Song name and artist name, please, in the comment. Please read the guidelines. They're pretty simple. Be kind and be respectful. We all have different opinions, and we can all be adults about it. If you're not enjoying what we're playing, just deep breaths, and it will pass. Make sure your comments contribute to the conversation, right? This is a community event. We're trying to have fun. And no name calling, no insults. You'll get a warning, and then you'll be removed / hidden into the abyss. Okay. Fun stuff. All right. We've got some requests already. Awesome. Ooh, health. That sounds fun to me. Yelster has an interesting request. Arsendis also does. Oh, yeah. And at 4 o'clock, so in an hour, we're going to do whatever song we pick. Hopefully is higher energy and it's a stretch break, hydration. Well, hopefully you're hydrating constantly. But, it's a break to take care of your body since we live a sedentary life. Not everybody, but, a lot of us do. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, Vaprex. What's the aw man about? If archival songs are permitted, what does that mean, archival songs? I'm gonna guess that's not quite what we're going for, but I'm not really sure what that means. Originally released in 2015 is the idea. Oh, I see. Oh man, we can't be mean and nasty. Okay. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to start with the health song. I'm definitely intrigued. Health, STONEFIST from their 2015 album Death Magic. Let's start there. Keyboard needs to be on for sounds to come out. Come on, YouTube. guitar? Like a sampled guitar? Or is it a synth that sounds like a guitar? So I've heard a little bit of Health. Like, people have brought me a couple songs here or there. I know that they did that collaboration with Nine Inch Nails a few years ago. I'm trying to remember what the song was called now. I definitely think that the style reminds me. It does have like a kind of a little 80s sheen, but it's clearly modern, more modern. But some of the drum sounds and drum patterns, and then I do think of them as like being kind of a marriage of electronic and rock, just in that there's usually some kind of guitar or guitar type sounding texture, but really, I mean, they are more electronic, I would say, at least thinking back. But it's that marriage, similar to how, I mean, Nine Inch Nails I kind of think of as both electronic and rock at the same time as well, so that doesn't surprise me that they collaborated. Very unique voice that this guy has, and I really like the sparse sort of production in the beginning. And I can't tell what's doing so they've got this little snare sound. Sorry, before that. Well, that's a big fat snare, but then really subtle, kind of more subdued. I think about snares way too much. Snares and claps and all those things. It's like a much more subdued. It's almost like just barely louder than, or not louder, but stands out enough against the kick to be heard. It's really subtle. But then on this interlude, the dead space between the verse vocals, they put in another sound, which it almost sounds like a snap, but then when I really listen to it, it has it's like quite tonal, like see, there it is. Okay, so I think it's that, but it adds like a little bit of a percussive quality until it becomes a melody. I love those. You can hear so many things when the layers are stripped back like this. It's very pretty. Yeah, it's like gentle and hard at the same time. That's good. Yeah. Definitely heard a flat 6. Dilip Funbar. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. I'm glad it arrived safely. I'm happy to hear that. My album. It's industrial. Yeah. It does have a bit of an industrial vibe. Okay, next up we're going to do some rock. I actually know this song, and so that's fun. This is Trip Switch by Nothing But Thieves. I heard this song in a store, actually, and I Shazammed it. I was like, damn, this is good. And then I went home and I learned how to play the drum part. It was really fun. I have lots of videos of me practicing this one. It's just solid. It's cool. Yeah, it's a great song. Oh, that's the music video. No. Here we go.
Sharing secrets with another world, rubbing shoulders with some unknown lovers, making way through the universe, starting wars with anonymous brothers. Trip, switch, make a wish and I count to 3. Press a button and we'll both be happy. Sending signals is a dirty trick. Get my love in a digital package. Trip, switch. Trip, switch. What we do when the power's up? What do we do when the lights go down? What we do when the power's up? What do we do when the lights go down? When the lights
gosh, I haven't listened to. I mean, I listened to this one over and over again. I would say it was like 2018 or 17, but I didn't have these headphones. I didn't have very good headphones, so there's like all these details and stuff that I hadn't noticed. But it's cool. It's like, what does it remind me of? The vocalist almost reminds me a little bit of the style of what's that band that does the all I am is a man, I want the world in my hand, or whatever. I hate the beach. The sweater song, the neighborhood. It's called The Neighborhood, maybe. It's kind of silky, sultry, a little pop, a little jazz. Like, it's an interesting vocal quality with this, like, you know, kind of like rock pop song, and but the hooks I think are really good, but they're also like interesting. I don't know. I find them interesting. The what do we do when the power's out? What do we do when the lights go down, 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 down? That's a cool line, and the syncopation of that down, 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 down. Is that a polyrhythm? Yeah, I think it is. Da, da, da. Yeah. It's good. And then I also like the da 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 da. I think that maybe this is kind of Dorian sounding. I like this note that he hangs on. Da da da. It's kind of unexpectant and in the middle. It's not stable. And then it comes around. It's just a nice thing. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It gives me Dorian vibes, but I'm not 100% sure if that's how everyone would hear it. I like how heavy those guitars get in the chorus, in contrast to the very sparse, more funky kind of verse. And I also, I wouldn't say these drums are, it wasn't like I went home to learn the drums because I heard the song in the store and I was like, oh my God, these drum parts. It was like, oh, I like the song. Added it to my playlist. I was like, oh, I bet I could drum to this. And then I came to discover that the fills were actually really cool. They do this one fill during the chorus where when he goes, what do we do when the power's out? What do we do when the lights go? So when he's seeing the lights go, it goes, and there's this like really syncopated thing going on with the drums while the vocals are like just dead on the beat. So there's a nice like play. Anyway, I love it when that fill comes out every chorus. And then they have almost like a fill that's a part of the groove during the verse, the chaka-da, chaka-da. Real simple, but it's like almost becomes a rhythmic hook. Anyway, I think it's a solid song. I actually haven't really listened to anything else by Nothing But Thieves that I can... Maybe that's not true. Hang on. Maybe that's not true. I think they have... I think I recognize that album cover. Did they do the oh fuck. Anyway, I might have heard some other stuff off of this album, but it was good. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Next, we're gonna do. Let's see. I pulled a few things. Marika Hackman, Drown.
maybe I will. And if I'm wrong, walk closer to my head. You can polish me for hours, but I'll always look best in your head. We wished for lakes, been kissed by sun. We found not one. Hundreds then some. So I'll drown in your mind.
I love that chord. That's so great.
I will, I know I will, and suffocate in your snow, die stuffing my lungs with their fill.
Okay, I dig this. I think the production is really cool. It's kind of dark. It's kind of that like, I don't know genre names. Oh well. She has really cool sense of harmony. Always kept me sort of surprised as to where it was going. But then I started to get to know that one chord. I think it was some kind of dissonant chord that you just don't expect where it lands, sort of like on a point of where it feels like everything's supposed to sort of like resolve, and then she hits you with this kind of just like, it just kind of like nudges you this way. It's just so nice. And tempo changes, right? Really like kind of folky, super subtle drums. It's got almost the like atmosphere and reverb of like shoegaze and goth, but with like folk elements or something. And perfect for a song called Drown, honestly. Just like so watery and subdued in a way. Like everything's just shrouded underwater. It's very cool. Nice. Oh, D Time is the same song. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. Well, that's so funny. Okay, so I guess the Prodigy song has won the poll since it's the same song. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're going to do that. The Day Is My Enemy by the Prodigy coming up next. Actually, maybe that should be the one that's on. Never mind. No. That's fine. Okay. Here we go. listen to any Prodigy probably after The Fat of the Land. I mean, I don't think I have. That's great. That's good. That's some good shit. I like, so this style of Liam is more, it's like almost more open sounding. The drums are more just like sort of a strong structural presence as opposed to being the chaos as well as the structure. And the, you know, the focus is directed a little bit more towards other instruments as a result. So it was like really cool to hear the vocal, which I'm guessing is a, I'm not sure. The voice, the vocalist sounded kind of young, you know, like the delivery was that kind of like cheeky young, I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's just an affectation or if it's like actually a young person or if they pitched it up. It didn't really sound like chipmunky though, you know, so I'm not sure. But I did notice the contrast of like kind of a youngish sounding voice with a pretty aggressive song. It's kind of interesting. Very evocative. I don't know why, but I started imagining like Mad Max deserts and stuff like that, and like, you know, guitars strapped to cars and things. And it that one actually kind of had like sort of a song structure, which I would say is not always the case for the Prodigy. It had the, you know, the day's my enemy, something. Da, 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 da. I love that hook. That's so cool. That little vocal chop. I think it was a vocal chop. But then there was the other section which had the, I don't know, it was like a square wave synth or something. It sounded more video gamey, and da 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 da, and it was like in harmony. And I was like, now that is interesting. You know, I don't hear a lot of that with Prodigy. So I'm just wondering if it was. Oh, and the bass was sick. I love the kind of swoopy, textured, wow, like fiery bass lines. That was great. It was really well produced, and yeah, it was dope. Excellent, excellent. Probably would have never heard that before if it weren't for y'all. Fury Road. Is that a movie or a book? Okay. I will fit in one more of the general requests, and I've already picked it. It is, I'm not sure how to say it. Joryj Kłoc. I don't know. Song is called Lists or something. Well, anyway, I'm not sure. I'm just intrigued. Let's listen to it. I will put the name in the chat here so you can copy it. Oops.
помості. Ой, ми були у великому, 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 ой, ми були у великому лісі.
Oh, nice. Okay, very folky. Sounds like almost like traditional folk tunes, but with a modern spin. The drum beat sounded almost like if you were to take just like a dance beat, like a techno trance, beat, and just play it with like folk drums instead. Another good example of a band that does this is the Grand Brothers. I believe that's what they're called. But I love that sound. Oh, also another band that kind of does that, or not a band. Oh, fuck. That's that song, the Mechanical Fair, by Todd something. Anyway, I really like how that sounds. It's very cool. So you guys correctly identified a hurdy-gurdy. That's cool. I wasn't sure. And what does anyone here, like a linguist, or I'm not even sure if that's the right term, but do you know what it's called when, how like in English you say, if you were to say the word le, you would say le or lay. But in this language, it's lay. It's like there's so much more going on in the L sound. Lay. Like it's all back in here. Anyway, I really, every time they sang a le, I was like, it's just tasty. Maybe it's because it's like, sounds like it's literally in the throat. So it's like I'm eating something, something good. Yeah, that was beautiful. I loved that. It was fun. And the music video was cool too. They were like running through the forest and being very like primal. Yeah. Folk music will never die. Glottal stop. I could be wrong. I think a glottal stop is when you like stop a word with your throat instead of with your teeth and lips. Like instead of saying right, you could say right. Like right. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong about it. I remember being taught about glottal stops in choir, so it must be not that. It must be something else. It must be some kind of singing thing you do. Now I have to look it up. Someone else said a fortition. Fun. A sound change where a consonant becomes stronger or more consonantal, effectively moving up the sonority hierarchy. What does that mean? There's a hierarchy of sonority? Glottal stop is a speech sound made by briefly stopping airflow in the vocal tract. Okay, so it is kind of that. It's like saying like right. Okay. But that's not really a sound though. It's just stopping it. So maybe that's not a glottal stop. A sound made. Whatever. I'll watch videos about it later. I'll come back educated. Consonantal drift. Oh my god. Yeah, right? So crazy. Velar lateral L. Velar lateral L. Oh my god, I can't believe that the name for that has so many of what we're talking about. Velar lateral L. Okay, I can't do it. Okay, awesome. Well, this concludes the part of the stream where we do the general chat requests. Now we're going to switch to the super chats, but heads up, I may not be able to get to them all anymore. It's no longer a guarantee. It is now just a chance to have your song, featured. Because we got a lot of requests. All right, let's keep going. Malarkey says, let me grab a latte. I'm guessing that was you saying you're going to grab a latte and not a song. But if I'm wrong and the band is called Let Me and the song is called Grab a Latte, let me know. Okay, I would love to start with... Oh my God. Sorry, I just reacted to the name of someone's request. That's so funny. I'd like to start with TesseracT. TesseracT. Okay. TesseracT, where are you? Where are you? I saw you. Come on. I swear I saw you. Oh, there it is. Survival. Eric W.'s request from their album Polaris. I think this might be from the same album that Hex is on, and I'm obsessed with that song. Oh my God. It is from that album. Oh, okay. Trying to find the right. I'm just going to go into streaming. Sometimes YouTube just has too many options. There's 3 different versions of this? Oh my, okay.
Disappear with a vision of tomorrow. Will I disappear? Will I disappear with a vision of tomorrow? Will I disappear until I can't feel the light? Will I disappear? Until
nice. Very nice. There, stop. I was about to play the next song, but yeah, I love their sound. I like the kind of metal bass tone. The drummer is amazing. Really knows, like, just so playful with rhythm. You know, these nice slow, like, alt rock grooves, but then, you know, play with some polyrhythms, but tastefully. You know, it's like not forced. I don't think. And sometimes some like fun on time signatures, but just great grooves. The singer at this point, again, I can't keep track of the two singers, but this guy is amazing. It's just like such powerful vocals and just really beautiful lines. That one had a flat 6 chord. But yeah, if you liked it, highly recommend checking out Hexes, which is the track before it. One of y'all suggested that to me years ago, and I just could not believe it. I think it was L. I'm pretty sure. It might have been. It might have been L. L had the best taste. Yeah, they're so good. Yeah, great riffage. Faux show. Hexes also has some really cool scales and stuff. Some very kind of Phrygian dominant things. Yes, it's fun. Okay, next one. Let me just look through them. La 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 la. Da, 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 da. Let's take it into the Susanne Sundfør area of the sonic universe. Insects. Her voice is so amazing. feel like I was being lured to my death, but I don't care. Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, okay. Really cool creative production on that one. Kind of a... I mean, it's got that 4 on the floor eventually, but it also does sort of feel a little bit tribal or something. I don't know. I feel wrong when I say tribal because I don't really know what I'm saying, and I don't hope it's not offensive or like small-minded or something. I don't know. It's the best word I can think of to describe it, but it's a... And then this kind of multi-layered sort of siren-y feeling, always pulling you down. I love the way it sort of grew organically. Like, it didn't feel like it was just like looped. You know, it was like everything was sort of like getting bigger and louder. I mean, at some point you can hear her in the background with a ton of reverb on her voice. She's doing like chords, like, ah, like these kind of, yeah, I don't know, some creature. But it's completely eclipsed by the bass, which is like getting louder and louder. I love that feeling. She's getting sort of consumed by it. But even before that, though, she's drowned in reverb, just like so. I mean, with that said, you know, we've got a Chelsea Wolfe request on here. I also think a lot of Chelsea Wolfe is being drowned in reverb, but not always. You know, she surprises me. And but yeah, there's something just so incredibly dark about that, and I just want to know what it means. The insects. She's so cool. I'm glad you liked it too. I really liked it. Okay. It wasn't like a minor key, in case you're wondering. The darkness, the minor key, you know, they go hand in hand. All right, let's bring it up a bit. Let's play next Kyrox. I'm just gonna call you Nex. Nex's request. Hot Chip. Why Make Sense? It's one of their more psychedelic tracks. Reminds me a bit of late 90s Chemical Brothers. Nice. Full song is 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Everything after 4 minutes, 55 is just fading out, decay. Okay, cool. That's fair. All right. Hot Chip, Why Make Sense? I only know them for like their dancey stuff, so we'll see what happens here. I've seen them live at ACL.
Out of happiness, calm the bitterness, move the readiness into a headiness with your lost caress, starting motionless, like the singer says, move your body next to mine. Go high and high. It moves too slow. Before you know, into happiness with a sweet caress from the lovingness. With the sun we're blessed. What becomes this next? Nothing we contest. Nothing we can't trust if we come correct. Why make sense?
That is nothing like the Hot Chip that I have listened to in the past. That is so cool. What a big evolution. It was just like a constant build up. I mean, you know, there was like a moment where it sort of like it maybe went like da 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 da, and then it kind of like dipped down a bit, but then it went back up. You know, it was just for a moment, just to give it, I guess, a little bit of a breath, but it just felt like it was just felt like there's this arrow just like so strongly pushing forward the whole time, but like the arrow itself was like growing. It was just getting fatter and fatter and fatter, and it made it feel almost like I have no idea how big this is going to get. Like I can't imagine the limits of this experience, which is so cool. Because verse is just like the drums, which are great, really nice, detailed kind of, but slow, funky drum beat, and his voice, and it does have a psychedelic vibe because there's like all this delay and reverb on his voice and everything. And there was a bass line, but it was pretty subtle. But then the synths started to encroach and they got bigger and bigger, and more. And there were some other textures too. I can't remember now, but I just remember when they started to sneak up on us, and they got bigger and bigger. And the chord progression, there's like 2 progressions, but it also has this very cyclical feeling of like never ending and never stabilizing. Because the first chord is this one, which is not home. This is home, or maybe you can also think of this as home, but whatever. Kind of dramatic, and then like and then back to that. So I don't know. I think that was part of it too. Just like there are moments where you feel like you're settled, but it's in the middle of the progression, so it doesn't feel as stabilized. It's a great way to compose, I think. I loved that. That was so good. That was really well mixed too. Whew. All right. Oh, I don't think it's a major chord because he sings, which would clash with this, but maybe I'm wrong. They probably don't mind clashing. Okay, it's a minor disagreement. Actually, I'm not sure the chord had a quality, so maybe you're right. There's just sort of an open fifth there, maybe. Okay. Let's do Death Cab for Cutie, Black Sun. I really like this band. I've seen them live. I don't know if I know this song, so I want to know. I was listening to them probably 10 years earlier than this, so curious.
Whiskey in the water, and there is death upon the vine. There is fear in the eyes of your father, and there is yours and there is mine. There is a desert veiled in pavement, and there's a city of 7 hills. Our debris flows to the ocean. To meet again, I hope it will. How could something so fair be so cruel when this black sun revolved around you? so cruel when this black sun revolves around you. How could something so fair be so cruel when this black sun revolves around you? There's whiskey in the water, and there's death
Nice.
upon the vine, and there is grace within forgiveness, but it's so hard for me to find. How could something so fair be so cruel
Pretty arpeggio.
when this black sun revolves around you? How could something so fair be so cruel when this black sun revolves around you?
Very pretty. Great drums. It was groovy. Really groovy. There was a tambourine, really nicely tasteful tambourine. Just gave it, yeah, I mean, it literally sounded almost like kind of like a funk groove. Really fuzzy, almost psychedelic guitar solo. I love how it just sort of stopped. It was like, it like carried over into the next bar and then it just sort of stopped suddenly. It's really interesting. I felt like in classic Death Cab for Cutie style, something very, I don't know, tragic, but also hopeful, or like, yeah, there's just that bittersweet balance. They're so good at that. You know, sometimes I forget what's the singer's name. Sometimes he just had to sing one line and I'm like, I'm sad now. You know, and even if the music itself almost sounds like super happy, I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like he just lays it out there. He's just like, this is the way it is. He's a good lyricist. I wonder if that's part of it. Beautiful little arpeggios. I loved how that high note on the do 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 or do do do, it just kept going up. That the highest note just kept going higher and higher. I love little touches like that. Just, it's like, not only do you have an arpeggio that's capturing an entire chord and giving you all these feelings, but then you're also giving the listener like a line to follow, whether it's up or down. And I don't know why that feels so good, why it feels so emotional, but it does. Especially, I mean, lines going down feel certain ways, lines going up feel other ways. It's very personal, but I don't know. It's a visceral experience. It was lovely. All right, I forgot about our workout break, so we're gonna do this song. It's 3 minutes long. I'm not sure if I know anything about it, but for some reason I just have a feeling this could be a good song to move around to. It's called Witch Doctor by Staat. I'm kind of scared. I don't know.
Oh, little sicky seems to be the pain. Got all these herbs, don't mean a fucking thing. I'm the little witch with the magic tricks. Mistrust the right house, come and get your fix. It's not about the numbers, what you feel is real. Crystals, razor light, the taste of orange peel. Open change the mind is how we achieve. Can't hurt to try, right? Is what I believe. Witch doctor, witch doctor, witch doctor, witch doctor. Come here and complain. I give you cleanliness while I make it rain. I'm a cold-eating vulture that tells you how to feel. Don't trust the white coats, I'll make you better deal. Put a needle in the cheek so you turn the other one. Come back tomorrow, we'll never get it done. Open the mind, change the mind, that's how we achieve. Can't hurt to try, right? It's what I believe. Witch doctor, witch doctor, witch doctor, witch doctor.
Perfect. That is distinctive, isn't it? Oh man. I think I thought so. This might be the first time that I've heard something that has like a Lydian lick. That's what this is. That sounded more like demented than like lost and curious and film scorey. Like, yeah, they've made it. They really lean into the sort of the angular sound of that tritone, but they still kept the warm major third, and it still sounded kind of funny. And it was it had a swing, had a bit of a bit of a 12/8 kind of thing going on. But at the end, which is very playful, at the end though, they really just lean into the beat. Wow, 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 wow. You know, different ways of just hitting that main tonic note, and with different qualities of bendy kind of blary guitar. Wow, wow, wow. I love that sort of bend. It's, I don't know, it's very, again, it's very, it feels very effective on the nervous system. The wow, 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 like just pushing your buttons. Very theatrical performance, and the music video is insane. That definitely added to it. You should watch it. Well, that did not disappoint. Oh my gosh. By the way, speaking of moving around and being healthy, I always thought it was every hour you're supposed to move, but I just read something that said every 30 minutes you should move for 5 minutes. I'm like, how's anyone gonna get anything done? You know, if like every 30 minutes you have to get up. I ask you, how? I mean, does anybody else struggle with focus? Like, can you imagine like every 30 minutes you have to break your focus? Would you get anything done? That's hard. But also, I want to be healthy, you know? It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! All right. So, all right. Next. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Also, every 20 minutes, you're supposed to not look at the screen for what? 2 minutes? Or 20 seconds or something? Just focus your eyes on things that are further away. I get to watch the banana spider. She's so cool. Oh, it's that things are that are 20 feet away? Is that what it is? It's 20 and 20 something something. Okay. Next, let's do... Atoms request Death Grips Björk. Okay, Up My Sleeve Death Grips featuring Björk. Oh my goodness. Okay, her voice is heavily processed, chopped, pitched, and distorted to create a wide range of sounds, from percussive elements to ethereal pads and unsettling loops. It's often so manipulated that it's difficult to recognize as her voice. Zach Hill played a Roland V-drum kit. This allowed him not only to play traditional drum sounds, but also to trigger and manipulate the Björk samples in real time. Holy moly. She sent DG vocal samples, and they used them to create the dominant melodic and textural elements throughout the entire first half of the double album. The powers that be. Letter B. Okay.
Doors and windows on. Motions on.
Up my sleeves, 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 up my
I take my life like I kept it. Up my sleeves never sounds like you meant it. Up my sleeves I'll take my life any way I can fetish. That's my fetish. That's it only as directed. Snatch it cause I got the queen's tits. Up my sleeves snatch it like you're the queen's bitch. Up my
I can hear
sleeves
the
I
beer.
hold you down with my birch. Up my sleeves fill my soul, quench my hurts. Up my sleeves I don't wanna cut my nail. I don't wanna fuck you back. I'm whirling. Oh, my agony's priceless. I'll take my life any way you can slice it. Snatch my shame and fetish started in the judges for effect. For effects. Snatch my shame and I connect. Disconnect. I'm the wretch. Maya. I've always known. If you can't snatch my fetish off that exit, I've always known. Notify me when you miss it. I'll be on my liquid. Pickle punch lavish. If you miss it, I'll track it. My fetish like magic. Still contrived and say you snatch it. Snatch mine. Snatch my fetish. I keep it up my mud. Snatch my fetish. I keep it up my. I'll ever know. It's like I even wanna know. It's like I never did know. It's like I never I don't know. If I'm so necessary. Blank obituary. At Broadway Cemetery. At Broadway Cemetery. It's like I'll ever know. It's like I didn't wanna know. It's like I never did know. It's like I know I don't know. If I'm so necessary. Blank obituary at Broadway Cemetery. disc. My terracotta army disarms me, disowns me. Also, Mr. Rippy told me to play highway hocus, ain't much more highway can ride me. My dead mother in my dream. Remember when December blew her ashes cross my jeans? Off these chains, some things only I have seen. Some people only I have been used to know who I was. Fuck your fun, who that was. Pay no mind their logical, just don't die in a hospital. Oh, yeah, I should be worried. Oh, yeah, I'm temporary.
But when I do, I'll tell you how I knew. I've always known, I've always known.
I was conceived by my disease.
I've always known.
Up my sleeves. Anyhow, anymore,
I'll tell you
anyone,
I've always known.
anything, anywhere, anytime. Snap my fingers.
Always known.
Sleeves, up my 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 sleeves, up my
Nothing you can offer, I am hot. Up my sleeves, everything's a thing to me, I'm not. Up my sleeves, became made my shit to become. Up my sleeves, I abstain from being insecure. Up my sleeves, don't feel enough flow for remedy. Up my sleeves, how can we feel your body? Up my sleeves, nonsense, stick out. Up my sleeves, depending on my valley. Up my sleeves.
That's intense. Wow. There was a lot going on. There were noises and there were other noises. There were noises and noises. There were some drums. There was some Björk. It was like terrifying and beautiful and weird. I don't know if I would ever listen to it again. Wow. Okay. Time to analyze the harmonic qualities of the chords. Yeah. Whoa. Whew. Okay. All right. Let's do. I'm gonna say I'm noticing that I am definitely more drawn to playing songs by an artist that like we didn't listen to like the year before, or maybe even the year before. You know, it's kind of like so many artists out there. So not that that's like a rule, but just keep it in mind maybe when you're requesting. Like, you know, I see some carbon-based life forms. We just did them, and so I'm kind of like, meh. Not like, you know, there's always gonna be exceptions. Like I did say, like I'd always play a John Hopkins song, always, always, always. But I don't want to discriminate, so I'm going to try to work against my bias here. Okay, thank you, Falcon, for the warning that your request might melt our brains. So, okay. Let's do David Kavanaugh's request. Tongues by Joywave from your town. How cool is that? That's fun.
I'll be gone when the drugs wear off.
That hi-hat is from some old drum machine, I can. Vocal production there. That was fun. What does this melody remind me of? The sorry. Well, it's catchy as fuck. Maybe that's why it sounds familiar. It's just so catchy. Oh, there we go. Gosh, I kind of placed that hi-hat. It almost had that, like... Is it the... No, you know what? It's not. I always say this. I'm like, it's probably an 808 or a 909, but then I realize that that's just the only two drum machines that I know about. So it's probably not. But there's this hi-hat sound that's in in trance music, and but they used it as more like a funk rock beat. So that wasn't interesting. Do you notice how his voice was lots of like double, triple, whatever tracking of his voice with reverb? So it has that sort of dreamy, folky kind of sound. But then at the very end, they're all just speaking tongues. Then they did like 2 takes, super dry on either side. So there's the contrast. It's so fun. It's great. It did not have a flat 6, and I will forgive them. It's great. Great chord progression. I really, really like this part. That sounds good. Yeah, that was fun. The music video is crazy. Lots of naked people. But that's not the point. It's not the point. It's the message. At one point they're like being hunted, and one of the hunters shoots them, and it puts clothes on them. And they're like, no! Okay. All right, next, let's do Sound the Siren by SKINDRED. SKINDRED. That's kind of brilliant. Oh, that was just an intro. Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's like a video game. Oh yeah, and there's the cool vocal chops in the other one. This one has some too.
Sound the siren, sound the siren. People them a rock inside the dance hall. Everybody know the dread is stand tall. Defend the weak, we no defend the strong. Defend the strong, you know say we wrong. Fuck up the room to the sound of the dread, 'cause you know say the dread man is every like you. Put Babylon back in their place, 'cause you know say the dread man is every like you. Put Babylon there, no there's a reason to sound the siren. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them know. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them go. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them go. We sound the siren. Music and the wash beat the rock. All you want, you not go stop that. Me the current all them a call them off for the words when I speak, me not go stop off. Bun, Babylon, them no there's a reason to sound the siren. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them know. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them go. Sound the siren, sound the siren, sound the siren, let the people them go. We
Siren. Wow, what was that?
you make the speakers them blow.
Sorry, there was like an ad for another song of theirs at the end. What? It's like I do kind of hear the Korn vibes, but there's something else. There's something else this singer is bringing to the table. Sound the siren. Is it Jamaican? I mean, that's not a thing. That's a nationality. Is he Jamaican? Is it like reggae metal? Oh, wow. Oh, thanks, Under the Mayo. That's so nice. Best song of all time. Yes, it is. Just like you imagined. Ugh. But yeah, I love it. How those like halftime breakdowns where you've been headbanging along with them, and then you have to do it slower, and so it all feels bigger. And that music video was crazy too. All the music videos. That's the thing about YouTube is, it's sometimes hard to find a version without the music video. Sometimes I prefer to listen to the song without it because I don't want to I want to have my own, I guess. I don't want to be overly influenced by the music video, but how I hear the song, because it can, right, change things. But at the same time, I mean, sometimes it just adds to it. So good. That had a little bit of, that had that metal Phrygian sound for sure. Sound the siren! Siren! Oh my gosh, Pax, you're so cute. You're so cute. This band self-describes as reggae metal? All right, well, we got there. That's so cool. Hell yeah. SKINDRED. Also the wordplay, I think. I mean, I'm assuming it's wordplay. I love it. Okay. The stream has been going for an hour and a half. Ish. We have 25-ish minutes left. All right. Next we're doing... Oh boy. Okay. We're doing Oh, Steve Wilson. Yes. Let's do it. Hand cannot erase. Oh, you gave me choices. Oh no, choices. Okay, I'll do the slower one. I don't know. Perfect Life by Steve Wilson off of his. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Because I just fell in love with Porcupine Tree, so.
When I was 13, I had a sister for 6 months. She arrived one February morning,
Trip hoppy.
pale and shell-shocked, from past lives I could not imagine. She was 3 years older than me, but in no time we became friends. We'd listen to her mixtapes, Dead Can Dance, Felt, This Mortal Coil. She introduced me to her favorite books, gave me clothes, and my first cigarette. Sometimes we would head down to Blackbird's Moor to watch the barges on Grand Union in the twilight. She said, water has no memory. For a few months, everything about our lives was perfect. It was only us. We were inseparable. But gradually, she passed into another distant part of my memory, until I could no longer remember her face, her voice, even her name.
We've got the perfect life. We've got the perfect life. We've got
Pretty.
We've got the perfect life. We've got the perfect
that really starts so unassuming. It's a little trip hoppy, sweet chords, and then he starts singing and you're like, that's nice. And then you're like, oh my God, why do I suddenly feel like I'm about to cry? Just the way it built into the end was so beautiful. I don't know what it's about or, what the perspective is, but it sounds like, to me, it doesn't sound actually like someone being like, my life is perfect and quiet. It doesn't, it's something forlorn about it, but that's just my interpretation, maybe. Beautiful. Next, we're going to do the MUTEMATH song, Somewhere Right. I guess this is a bonus song on this album. Cool. Not surprised at all. This is so clean and well produced and mixed.
So what if we are projecting means to an ending? There's no harm if we just let her make this beat and make our this back. Day or night, you know I'll always take you somewhere bright. Close your
Wow, what a bop. That one was a lot synthier than the other MUTEMATH song, but I'm obsessed with Stratosphere. Oh my god, so good. It's from the same album. I wanted to play it, but I'm going to abide by my own rules. We already did MUTEMATH. No, that's great. I've never heard this one, bonus track. They have great synth action. I also love the guitar. It's like this very detailed... I want to say it's almost like a kind of a funk kind of guitar, like rhythmically, just sort of very detailed, clean, maybe a little delay, and sort of percolates in the textures. And this guy's voice is amazing. Great falsetto, great hooks, really good songwriters, and just so flawlessly produced. Like, man, that sounds like that could have come out today. I mean, a lot of stuff I would say 10 years ago sounds modern, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's on the cutting edge of mixing. It's just like so perfect. Okay. All right. So we're going to play the first 5 minutes of Blackstar. David Bowie, I guess it was released as a single in 2015. We must honor the Bowie.
In the villa of our men, in the villa of our men, stands a solitary candle. In the center of it all, in the center of it all, your eyes. On the day of execution, on the day of execution, only women kneel and smile. At the center of it all, at the center of it all, your eyes, your eyes. Something happened on the day he died. Spirit rose a meter and stepped aside. Somebody else took his place and bravely cried, I'm a black star, I'm a black star. How many times does an angel fall? How many people lie instead of talking tall? He trod on sacred ground, he cried loud into the crowd, I'm a black star, I'm a black star.
Sorry, I feel horrible for stopping. Aww. Even though this second section does have a different vibe completely, you know, it surely shifts to a different, I mean, it's a different, in some ways, different song within a song, but something that this section and the first section have in common is these very haunting parallel intervals that David's playing or singing. Is he's got his and he's singing like a fifth above that, and these big, it almost sounds like that Gregorian chant sound that we're used to. These big blocks just sort of moving around, and it creates this very mysterious sound. And I'm a Black Star has some of that movement as well. Not 100%, but the first part was. So I think with, you know, you've got the drums moving forward, very active, while everything else is very cinematic, haunting, and slow moving, right? Very, very, there's orchestra, right? Creating all the texture and the bass and the chords, and a lot of sound design as well, though. I mean, there's especially in that transition, it felt very cinematic, puts you in a place. And anyway, well, I just wanted to, you know, I felt that it was right to honor Bowie and his last final work that he left us, and I hope that you'll listen to the rest of it on your own. Okay, we're gonna pray. We're gonna play Leprous, The Price. Why can't I not? Okay, all right. Switching to streaming here. Nice. Leprous is amazing. Oh! Sorry, I was playing on streaming and it autoplays. I was recommended a Leprous song on some Spotify weekly, thing back in the day, and it was called like Bellevue or Bell something. Belmont. I don't know. Anyway, I was just like, wow, this guy's voice is so incredible. The instrument, the musicianship of the band is so like top tier. I had no idea like if they had a good following or not. I was just like, I just love this song so much. I still haven't actually heard a whole lot of their work, but I mean, their commitment to quality is that was a much punchier, clean, crisp arrangement than what I'm used to. Again, I'm not like a huge fan though. I've probably only heard like 5 songs total. But they are so skilled. It's insane. That drummer is crazy. Oh my god. And the the guitarist, they're just so in time. It's just so freaking precise, but it's got so much emotion too. Lots of flat sixes. Oh yeah, a little harmonic minor mystery for sure. But yeah, when that guy goes in his falsetto, it's like, oh my god, so beautiful. And then he belts, and it's like, oh my god, it's just amazing. Good request. Good request. Okay, my friends, that's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for your wonderful requests. Thank you so much for your super chats that support me and my channel, even if I don't get to your song. Really appreciate it. I would love to work it into my workflow where I can take all the super chats requested and put them in a playlist and put it on the channel. I just don't feel like I can promise that right now, but the intention is there. And actually, if you do rewatch the stream, I mean, they all show up again, so you can get them that way. And thanks to my volunteers who have been time stamping everything so that you can go back and quickly find what was played. That's so generous of you with your time. Really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see y'all next week for 2016. It's going to be 12 to 2 p.m. Central, so earlier than this one. And I hope to see you there. 2016. Oh my god, I was listening to so much new music in 2016, but of course I'm sure you're going to bring me a boatload of stuff I've never heard before, so I'm excited. Yes. All right. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your pets.